All right. Well, just to start this off, we got a ton of material since the last session, so it was a good thing that we didn't close the public hearing.
I'm going to move to open the hearing.
Second,
Polling of members, Darlene,
Yes.
Dave Funioli,
yes.
Vicky,
Yes.
and I'll vote yes. Cadigan votes yes. Okay, the hearing's open again. Thank you, Darlene. Yeah, so we got a lot of input, and I definitely don't want to go through all that input tonight, because I think the request from the applicant is to overturn the building inspector's decision, and I think we demonstrated rather conclusively at the site visit that the present area that's being called a turnaround is not adequate for a fire truck turnaround. So I think, rather than getting into all the details about who did what and when, I think.
Then there's, just for anyone listening, there is a video. We did take a video of that demonstration of the fire truck trying to turn around.
Right.
Right.
So do any board members have anything to say about this at this point?
Yeah, I was going to chime in with a couple of things, even putting aside the fire truck video. Based on that ton of paperwork that Beth threw at us here, the one thing that I saw that stuck out more than anything was that letter from the fire chief, where basically he describes what he wanted to see for a turnaround in order to meet the standards for public safety, was a 50 long by 25 foot wide area beside the road, not the road itself, but a secondary piece.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that somehow got lost in all the paperwork somewhere along the way.
It wasn't submitted until after the last hearing. I don't think it was in there. That was missing.
Yeah, but it was part of the fire chief's letter, was part of back in 2016 or 2017, September of 2016, where he called for the dimensions to be 25 foot by 50 foot beside the road. And so somewhere after September 28th, 2016, and recently, that got lost in the sauce somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other thing was the highway letter that was, oh, I don't forget the date, the highway letter. I don't see that as being definitive, and it doesn't say what was actually constructed, or it was just really kind of a weird typed letter, and I don't see that as being definitive that it meets what what everybody expected to see for a turnaround.
If you read it closely, it appears that the highway superintendent basically said what's there, what was constructed, apparently meets road standards. But I don't think he was referring to the whole thing as it meets the turnaround criteria.
Right. Yeah, I would expect to see, this complies with what was meant to blah, 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 blah. And it didn't say anything like that.
Right.
And then I found, in reviewing the documentation, I found the original planning board minutes on November 7th were pretty clear as to what they expected to see in order to call this an approved or buildable lot. And then finally on December 12th of 2022, when the building inspector went and went to the planning board to ask them, they were pretty clear to say, no, that's what we meant. We want to see a turnaround. So I guess it's I spent 2 hours reading all this documentation today,
Same.
going back and forth. And I guess it's, my opinion is I would be willing to make a motion, if there isn't any more discussion, I'd be willing to make a motion to uphold the building inspector's letter of December 13th. You know, the applicant, I guess, will have to discuss between the building inspector and the planning board as to what they actually want to see. That, I don't think that's our purview. Just, I don't see it as being complete, and what's been done didn't meet the intentions of everybody involved. So, Vicki?
So in it also, doing the site walk and viewing the documentation, I have a similar conclusion, which is we need the planning board to be clear what's wanted, and it's until we get the clarity. I would agree with upholding the appeal, upholding the the building
Denial of-
commissioners.
All right. So did you make a motion, Darlene?
I can make it clear. So I move to uphold the building commissioner's letter dated 12/13/2022.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Polling the members, Vicki,
Yes.
Dave Funnyoli,
Yes.
Darlene,
Yes.
and Cadigan votes yes. Motion carries. All right, so Beth, will you write a letter, like a decision letter to the building inspector?
Already a decision letter.
Yeah.
I think we have 14 days, but I'll make
Right.
sure I get that done.
Cool.
Yeah. Is this something that you have to sign, or is this one of those
Yes.
we vote to say
Yep.
Bill signs for us?
Yeah, or you can all sign it. It's
Oh, I'll make another motion that Bill Cadigan, our chairperson, can sign this letter on the board's behalf.
Second.
Polling the members, Vicki,
Yes.
Dave Funnyoli,
Yes.
Darlene,
Yes.
and I'll vote yes. Cadigan votes yes. All right. Thank you very much.
Jonathan. Okay.
And so do we have a
Uh,
motion to close the hearing? Is that what we need to do now?
Can you hold on one sec while I get the
think that-
attendance?
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
I just need
The,
attendance.
The motion,
Hang
the
on.
motion that I made ends the hearing.
Okay.
The meeting portion is still open, but the hearing, that closes the hearing.
And for
Oh.
attendance, can I have Anna's last name, or does she want to give that? Darlene Hussey, I have, and Jamie and Anna, if you're interested in sharing that, that'd be helpful.
It's Anna Roberts.
Okay, thank you. And Jamie, Ed Howard, Jay Tellerman, and Jonathan, and Stephen Marshall. Thanks.
And the other guy in Stephen Marshall's window is another abutter.
Oh, okay.
Moran.
Mr.
Paul
Moran?
Moran.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh.
All right.
Beth, as well as myself as an abutter.
Okay, thank you. I'm so used to having you on the board. Yeah,
I know you're kind of glossing over me here.
you're right. Thank you. All right.
He looks
And-
familiar.
Right there, I have him. I just don't have a last name for Jamie. If you'd like to give that.
Jamie X.
And Jay Tellerman. Okay. Thank you.
All right, so we have more business to do, right, Beth?
I think we have some minutes and some correspondence to go over.
So with the hearing concluded, I can jump back in off of the
Yes.
administrative portion of
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. On the
All
agenda.
right. Hello,
yeah.
David.
How we doing?
Is there any need for us to be here anymore, me and Paul, or
Nope, you're all set for now.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Okay. So as far as the minutes on 1.3, I reviewed the February 15th minutes.
And
They found-
they're okay?
Yeah,
You mean the February 15th, correct?
yes.
Okay.
Did I say that?
Yeah,
Sorry.
you-
Yep. You said
We-
16th there.
yeah, we knew what you meant. We just didn't hear what you said. That's all.
Yeah.
I know we have November 2nd on there.
Yeah. Those are those-
Provided again. I remember us saying that they were, because we had put them off, and I remember us talking about them again because I reviewed them after edits.
Right.
But I don't.
I'm
think
happy
that
to
has
take-
an official vote. So
Sally,
I know. I won't release them. If
Natalie,
you
you're
don't
having a
mind.
serious buffer issue on your video. You're like
Oh,
the
really?
stick man from a silent movie.
Eileen,
I am?
if you turn your video off, your audio should smooth out.
Yeah, you just taking too much bandwidth for you. Not that we don't want to look at you, but there
We remember you.
you go.
That never happens to me either. So
That's
Yeah.
perfect now. No, it's
am
perfect
I
now.
better? Oh.
You got Comcast, Eileen?
Yes.
They've been having trouble for the past week and a half. I keep losing my 5G connection.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
since
as
we
well.
lost power, I think they have. an
Ever
issue.
since we lost power, yeah. I
Oh,
agree.
yeah, no, a lot of their repeaters got trashed, I think, in that
Yeah,
event. So,
a
Yeah.
lot of things got trashed in that event.
I lost my power, but I couldn't even make a phone call because the
Yeah, no
5G was
phone,
gone.
no internet,
I was like,
nothing.
whoa.
I think the tower in Bayberry, because when that before that was installed, I didn't get any internet where I am. Then they put the
Uh-huh.
tower up. I get full 5 bars. Halfway
Oh,
through
that's
the
good.
snow day, everything went. So I think they lost power and their generator must have died.
Yeah, well, all the power along Bayberry down by us, that transmission line, all things went down. And my experience with that Bayberry Tower is that I don't know if it goes on a generator, but there's definitely, it'll be good when power goes out and then suddenly it's gone. So it's like it's on a generator or something for a while.
Battery backup for a little
Our
while.
battery
Like a
backup,
battery
yeah.
backup, yeah.
Yeah. It was bad because I was remoting from here to home and I was in the middle of a motion and my freaking Wi-Fi went out. I'm like, son of a gun. Blame it on my associate.
Well, now's your
So-
chance. You can make a motion.
I'll move to approve the amended minutes of November 2nd
Thank you.
and of 2022 and the minutes of February 15th, 2023.
Second,
I can only vote on one of them because the other one I wasn't here for. So if 3 people vote, you don't need me as a fourth to vote on them because it's an administrative act. So I don't mind. So you could just second and then 3 votes would pass it.
Who's
Is there
gonna
a
do this?
second?
Vicky
Second.
seconded.
All right, polling the members, Vicky,
yes.
Darlene,
Yes.
Dave Funioli,
Yes.
and Cadigan votes yes as well. So the motion carries.
Awesome.
Cool.
Now, what else did we have? And we have like correspondence, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at this thing on Coppersmith Way. They're supposed to,
Do you want to take that out of?
5 things. 3.1 is 22 Main Street Site Plan Review Special Permit
Okay.
application.
all right, be that way.
Do you want the site plan up or
No, no,
have any comments?
Tell us what you need, Beth.
You want 3.1, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. 22 Main Street Site Plan Review.
Is this the potential apartments?
No, it's the veterinary.
Oh, okay, it's the vet. Okay.
Yep.
So instead of doing it in her home, she's taking that house across the street.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, little background. This is originally filed with the planning board, a site plan review, back in August. And it's just taken quite a bit of time, but the applicant recently submitted a site plan that's been certified by a licensed engineer. And that's what is before you. And I'd be happy to put that on the screen if you wanted to take a look and make some comments about the design. You can certainly, that's what
If you could,
the planning
yeah.
board's asking for.
Which house is that? Which property is 22?
Right
22
next
Main.
to me.
You've never-
Duncan's, isn't it?
You've looked at it all the time, but you've never seen it.
That's
Right.
the Duncan's, right?
It's next to Patriots Pizza,
Patriot
and
Pizza.
it's between the
It's a little
McDonald's
yellow
and
house.
Patriots Pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. The one they're doing some work on. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
for the last
So-
year. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to look at make any
If-
comments on that?
No.
Well, I have a question. I mean, did she agree to continue that hearing that long?
Oh, yes. She
Okay.
definitely kept the public hearing open because she had to submit the site plan, which has been done. The engineer has been working on it. He came up with a really nice design considering all the features that he fit on that small lot. And so the planning board is now reviewing this design and asked for a second round of referral comments. And everyone's been bringing in their comments. The building commissioner, the police department, the fire department, everyone, planning board, board of health. So the planning board can move forward with their site plan review special permit. And the hearing is scheduled for April 4th, the next hearing. And at that point, we're going to have a changeover in the planning board pretty soon. So I'm hoping this moves through
What's the
expeditiously.
change, Beth?
Well, the design changed very drastically. So like I said, I'll put it up there if you guys want to look at
Yeah,
it.
if you could, I don't have the
Yes.
other paper because I'm at my house today.
Okay.
Finally.
Yeah. All right. So if I could get
It looks-
screen sharing capabilities.
Looks
I'll
like
put it-
there's a nice turnaround going on. That must have been one of the
Yep.
things.
Yeah. So if I could get screen share capability, I'd be happy to do that.
Looks like I have oh, no,
Oh,
disabled.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm disabled too, so.
Is it Jamie who's
Jim.
running?
Yeah,
Jim, sorry.
Jim.
Oh, Jim, I'm sorry. Jim, could you give the ZBA admin screen sharing capability? I don't know where he.
Doesn't sound good.
Still there, Jim?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, good.
Just looking for the
Elevate her
option to do that.
host, and that'll give her the ability.
Are we
You
expecting
should have it
any,
now.
are we expecting
Okay.
this to come before the ZBA for any exceptions, or is it just
No.
feedback?
No,
This
I don't think so.
site plan review planning board.
No, there's no
Oh.
variances needed for this.
No,
Beth can, okay. I
but
see.
they have proposed
Wow.
quite a
Oh,
nice
that's totally
design.
different. Wow.
Yeah. Very nice design. This will be a handicap spot here. They've asked for a waiver to have the parking out front like that. That's typically not allowed. I have a two-way entrance and exit. One way around here, a couple parking spots here, a couple spots over here, and then one way back out.
Beth, can you blow that up just about 10, 15% if you could?
Okay, let me try that for you. Where's all my controls?
Down at the bottom.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
You
it's
got it.
usually on the bottom, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Let me make
No, that's what
sure,
I'm saying. Same.
a little bit more.
That's- Oh, that's
Like
good. Just center
that?
it. Yeah, that's good. If you could just center it now, yeah, perfect.
Okay, I have to get you people over here.
And he wants it centered. Oh, my.
Wow, that's
So-
huge. So
Yeah.
the existing building is not increasing, just all the stuff around it, huh?
Right.
Right, and there was a shed that I think either is going to be removed or was removed or that was here. So I think the shed's been removed, but
That's good.
Yeah. so the,
I like that.
you know, yeah, it's a really nice little design.
How
And
are the
we're-
other, how are the other comments from other boards playing out? Are they looking good?
Yeah, I mean, so far the building commissioner looked it over. He's happy with it. I'm waiting for police, Chief Sartell to give any comments because this is, you know, a pretty busy area.
Yeah.
Highway superintendent mentioned that they will need a application from Mass DOT for a change in use on the curb cut, and that,
Mhm.
to my knowledge, is in process. Talking to the engineer, they're going to file that. They don't need a stormwater management permit because they don't trip the minimum land disturbance. So there's no parking over the septic, which was an issue. That's been changed. Oh, there's the shed. So yeah, there's a lot of really nice work that's been done here. They fit a lot into a very small area. But yeah, everybody's been positive.
Pretty nice.
Well,
Looks good.
I wish there was something where all those, where the pizza place and McDonald's and all them could connect together in the back.
Yes, for parking,
Ugh,
because this will be busy.
no.
As you know, this
Yeah,
is
it
busy
will.
already. Yeah.
They're gonna drop
And-
their animal off and then go to McDonald's, and there's gonna be a lot of pulling out onto Main Street, but.
Yep.
Oh, well.
I mean, the one thing that hasn't been said yet that I think would be, I'm just saying, from my point of view, this sidewalk, I would think, you know, I don't know if you guys want to mention it, but I would think you might want to extend that sidewalk instead of having grass for the kids that are coming across. So that's just something that hasn't been said yet. So
Oh,
I think it was just said.
yeah, no.
Is there a sidewalk there already, or is it just a footpath?
No,
There's
it's just grass.
Yep.
There's no
But in
sidewalk.
McDonald's has one. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's definitely a sidewalk in front of McDonald's. However, again, this is going to be an expensive project. So, I mean,
Yeah. Beth, can I just for clarification, the sidewalk in front of Patriot and Duncan's going to the left of the plan, that has a walking sidewalk. It looks like you have it. And there's one in front of McDonald's. So this is like a broken line for the sidewalk.
Yep.
I think that's reasonable to have it put the sidewalk in.
I think for pedestrian safety.
Yeah,
And
I
I
agree.
think so too.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Now,
Right.
is there, wait, hang on a sec now. We're not, McDonald's entrance. I don't know if there's a sidewalk across the front of McDonald's, is there?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So
Doesn't make
it's,
sense to have a break.
yeah, and I don't know why that's the case, but
Well, that was a
and I
private
don't-
residence, so maybe now we can do it.
Yeah.
That would be my suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could make that as a comment.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think pedestrian safety is the key in this area, as y'all, you know.
Well, if it was the key, there'd be a pedestrian overpass, which I've been pointing out for years. So they
Yeah.
obviously don't mind losing a few high school students. Because they never put that in.
Yeah.
I would just, like you said, Beth, just based on pedestrian safety recommendation to join the two sidewalks to the adjacent sides to the middle, whatever, however you want to say it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I'll put that on.
That was a good suggestion.
Thanks.
I like the project though. That's pretty slick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a really nice job.
Okay, can you
Okay, stop sharing that.
send that comment to the planning board?
I'd be happy to.
Beth?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so now we get to 3.2.
Yeah. 5 Turnpike Road. The planning board made a decision. Basically what they're doing over there is they're taking some of the grassy area where the tennis courts kind of are. It's kind of like a playground area, and they making an additional parking, which they need badly over there.
Alan,
It's
where is where? I'm sorry, because I don't have the documents. Where is where that you're talking about?
So,
It's the
have
apartment.
you
on-
ever been in the parking lot of Turnpike Road?
Okay, all right, thank you.
When you go into Country Estates, there's a building in the front, that's building one. There's a main driveway. And it kind of, I don't know if they're gonna make it a one-way or not, but typically people kind of use it that way. They go in and they go around. In the middle between the buildings, there's a tennis court and a pool. And there's some grassy area by the tennis court. And you kind of drive around all of that. And in the back is building 2, and way over to the left is building 3. So in that middle area that you drive around, they're gonna add some parking spaces.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is this a business or what is it?
These are
Country
this is
Estates.
Country Estates
It's
condos.
it's the 3-building condo complex.
Oh,
When you go on Turnpike Road to go to Spalding School.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't believe they had to go through all that, but there's a river in behind there. It's nowhere near that. So they approved that additional parking. I think it's 22 spaces, something like that. I don't have it memorized.
It was like
It's
35.
like, yeah, 35 spaces, but a lot of work was put into the stormwater management infrastructure. So they did, they're building a retention basin, catch basins, everything. There's been a full peer review and a full stormwater management permit application that's been approved.
so are we being asked to comment on that, or is that was?
No, just
FYI?
acknowledgement.
Okay,
Those are
Okay.
the decisions.
okay.
Point of information.
Yeah.
Okay, no, there's nothing for us to do on that one. So now we're going to 3.2,
3.3.
3.3. What about this 25 Harbor Trace and 5 Turnpike Road? Did we go
Oh.
there?
Yeah, same story. Basically, that is a stormwater management permit that was issued for. I know, a little slip there.
I've seen a few of them around town, yeah.
For the our soon-to-be constructed PFAS water treatment plant. Yes, at 25
Oh.
Harbor Trace. So the
Okay.
permits that they need from the town are the stormwater management permit, and the rest is just building commissioners sign off. So that permit is done and it's out to bid, and it's looking good. That was another one that was peer reviewed, and
Okay. And then 5 Turnpike Road, did we just talk about that?
That was the
Yeah.
apartment condo parking spaces.
Oh, okay, right. So then back to Coppersmith Way, it says, the building commissioner says that I see, an owner at 101 Highland Avenue to enforce it. Yeah, they're supposed to transfer the open space to the Townsend Land Trust. Interesting.
yeah, and that no longer exists.
Townsend Land Trust doesn't exist?
Correct. I'm
Oh.
assuming that.
When did that happen?
Yeah, when did that happen?
Oh,
Where did all that
2 years
land
ago. Yeah, it rolled into the North County Land Trust, I believe.
So it's absorbed.
Oh, so
Okay.
it merged, so wouldn't the transfer just go to the merged entity?
Yeah,
Ah,
right. I think it should.
You would think so.
Well, the paperwork, if you read it carefully, says the conveyance should be to the Townsend Land Trust or the town. So the town may have to take it or accept it and then pass it on to the conglomerated land trust.
Well, 20 years ago, if we had known that Land Trust was gonna go belly up and get sucked in, we would have changed the wording on that.
Yeah.
Now, there's an
Just-
or in here to the owners of the property at 101 Highland Street or the Townsend Land Trust.
Yeah.
and
Has
he said,
anybody driven through there in a while?
Sally, say it again?
Has anybody driven through there in a while?
No.
Yeah.
I was better.
yeah, the building commissioner.
Because
Mhm.
I thought there weren't supposed to be any fences. Remember?
Yeah, we made that as a condition.
Who said in the
Yeah.
building department would have that, right? Do you want me to
Yeah.
follow up and ask, or?
Yeah, or additional structures in the back. They weren't supposed to put any of those, they were
Yeah,
so-
restricted, all that stuff.
And then if you drive in the main road, you don't go straight all the way. You take the first left. I forget which road is which. And the one on the left, I think, was one of the last to be constructed because they had to
Mhm.
go. There's a little crossing. If you go and you take that left to go on that portion, stop your car, take the left, stop your car, and look immediate right behind the row of houses that are on the main road. Somebody constructed this huge wooden, like, bridge or something. I don't know what it is and how they got away with that, but I don't think that's supposed to be there. We
Nothing
went through
like
a
that.
lot. We went through a lot of crap, and we approved that subdivision, and now they're doing everything in there that they weren't supposed to do.
Charlie,
Yay, 40B.
yeah, Scott filed for bankruptcy, and the developer's rights on the phase 3 were sold during the bankruptcy case. I just actually withdrew my name on that because I was representing a creditor in that case. Because I'm retiring, you all know that. So I just withdrew my appearances on a bunch of cases, and that was one of them. That's still going on. But a developer bought the rights from that, and I don't know if the rights were subject to the 40B restrictions, or if the trustees sold it outright.
No, absolutely subject to the 40B, David. I'm pretty sure.
Perpetuity,
Yes.
I don't know.
Doesn't- it doesn't matter who owns it. It's in perpetuity, our decision, I would think, right? Or
Yeah.
what is
Right.
40B?
Unless the federal court says something else.
Well, no, but the problem is if he didn't follow the permit, he wouldn't have been able to build those houses. Okay.
Yeah,
so
correct. There was I
So-
know you guys remember, there
I
was a
I don't
bond
think any judge in
agreement.
the world is gonna throw out the decision just
Well,
because.
it was about
they
4 or
went
5
bankrupt.
years ago that the developer bought it from the court.
Yep.
Remember, we had some issues coming up at that point. I
Mm.
just don't know. I don't remember if it was subject to or for free. I don't know.
So, David,
It was subject to it, yeah.
I don't like the open space going to the owner of the property at 101 Highland Street. That
No, I don't
that
either.
certainly wasn't our intent. So, I'm going to talk to the building inspector about this, but,
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, 101 is the big blue house right on the corner of.
Right on the corner. Who has fence and who has who has smaller sheds and stuff. That all the things that you're not supposed to have.
well,
But
the 101 Highland, can't be in Coppersmith Way.
it's the one right on the left when you first drive in. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, that's on Coppersmith Way. It's not on
Yeah,
Highland
that's-
Street.
That's a Coppersmith Way house.
Okay.
It may be the original house.
Is that the farmhouse on the
That's
left?
what I'm talking about, the big
Yeah.
blue house right on the corner.
It's
Not the
not
blue
blue,
house.
it's white, isn't it?
It's white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it
The
used to
fa-
be blue then.
The original farmhouse that Carter made a big deal of not donating it to us or whatever, and we didn't
Yeah.
really care about it.
Yeah.
But that's what you're talking about? That's probably the only, yeah, okay.
Would you
Well,
like
I
me to
mean,
write a letter, or?
It seems to me if the Townsend Land Trust has been absorbed by another land trust, that
It goes there. Yeah.
it should
Yeah.
go there. I don't
Okay.
see.
Would you like me to draft a letter,
Why
or
don't we,
from?
why don't we do, yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't we, Bill, you could talk to Eric, but why doesn't the ZBA and Bill can sign it, draft a letter saying,
Yeah.
land trust was part of the decision, and since it's been absorbed and, merged into another non-profitable organization, it should go there, whatever
Okay.
the entity is. That's what I do.
Okay,
I mean, we don't have to put the heirs and successors, right? Explicitly.
Well, yeah, I think at this point, if we had another 40B come up, I guess in the wording, I probably would do that.
Yeah, right.
Whatever
Yeah.
lever or its successors and interest,
Yeah.
however you want to say it.
Yep.
okay.
Cool.
Did you want to vote on that, or did you just want me to draw it up and have Bill review it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll make a motion that ZBA draft a letter and give the authority of the chair to edit and sign at his discretion.
Second,
Polling of members, Vicky,
Yes.
Darlene,
yes.
Dave Chanel,
Yes.
Dave Funnyoli,
Yes,
And Cadigan votes yes as well. Motion
You're okay
carries.
with that, right, Bill?
Yeah. Gets me out of the house. That's a good thing.
There you go. Get your steps in.
Yeah. All right. That looks like it to me. Beth?
Yeah, that's it. Just the annual election's coming up. And town meeting is coming up May 2nd. The warrant is closing on April 4th. So that did get changed around a little bit. Originally, it was going to be closed back in March, but there is some time if you guys want to put in any warrant articles. I'd be happy to bring them for you.
Who on the planning board is up for election or who didn't pull papers for it? You know?
Who hasn't pulled papers? Well, I know that Mike Verosco is going to be, his term expires on election day. And who else? Mr. Santiago, his term expires on the 23rd as well.
Did they both pull papers or no?
I'm
I'm just curious. I'm just
I don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just waiting to see. I don't know. I don't even ask the town clerk. I'm like, yeah, I'll find out on election day. Makes it more fun.
As far as I know, Mike Verosco says he is not going to rerun for his seat.
Okay.
But he'll probably take the associate. He wants to take the associate, which is nice. Yeah. Which I
Yeah.
will update you that Sean Pearson did not send me an official letter, but he would like to resign from full member and become an associate member of the ZBA while we're talking membership. So I'm waiting for that letter to start that process.
Okay.
And then
Then we'll ask David if he wants to become full.
Yes, I'd like to be a full Dave.
all right, so I know that's in the wing. So it's just
All right.
administratively, I'll make it so.
All right. Make it so. Luke, make it so.
Great.
All right, well, is there a motion to adjourn?
Yep. Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Oh, before we do, we have another scheduled meeting or are we just waiting for applications?
Yeah,
Uh,
we're waiting for Godot, I think.
Yeah, I had a call about another accessory apartment, but I haven't gotten an application
We have nothing
yet.
on the books at this point?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, cool.
And just a note, David, your term ends June 30th. So
David who?
Mr. Chanel.
Oh.
So don't you think about retiring now
I
from your
am retiring.
ZBA.
Yeah.
Beth, you gotta get that ball and chain out there and,
No, I've already gone. I talked to Kathy Spuff. I volunteered to be one of those election workers that take the votes in the town hall.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
I'm going full boat in retirement. Next thing I'm going to be working at the recycling center.
Right. That's great. But
For use now on, Beth, use my Gmail account, please. My work email won't work after next Friday.
Oh,
okay,
really?
thank
Wow,
you.
that's soon. That's
Thank
soon.
you.
Oh,
Oh
quick.
yeah, Friday.
Congratulations.
Yes.
7 days. 7 working days.
Congratulations, Dave.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
yeah.
All right, polling the members on adjournment. Vicky,
Yes.
Darlene,
Yes.
Dave Funioli,
Yes.
Dave Chanel,
Yes.
and Cadigan votes yes. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.